So welcome back to another video today. Today is a big one. Now there has been quite a lot of information in the past week or so about Dragon's Teeth. It's all just come out at once, which isn't a bad thing. It's just quite hard to keep up with it all. But today we do have a confirmed list of weapons of which will be in the Dragon's Teeth expansion pack. We also have small pieces of information and the dog tags of which we can see in the upcoming expansion pack. I wanted to cover the dog tags because I believe they give us a small hint towards the future of Battlefield and the next expansion pack. But starting off with the weapons, we have the Bulldog 7.62 assault rifle. Now to me this looks like the plasma rifle from Alien Colonial Marines. If anyone played that game, wasn't really that great, but the plasma rifle was really chunky, really massive, and looks quite a lot like this. But the Bulldog 7.62 is a bullpup weapon, so where you can see the barrel sticking out at the end of the weapon, it goes straight through up until where the bullets are fed from the magazine. So you've got power, accuracy, and range from this compact SMG-like assault rifle, which is just mind-blowing. The next one is the MPX PDW. This is a lookalike to the M5K of which we saw in Battlefield 3. Now, there has been quite a lot of want and need for the M5K to return to Battlefield 4, and I totally agree. I'd love to see that weapon in Battlefield 4, because even though it's not very effective, it wasn't very effective in Battlefield 3, it was just so awesome and so much fun to play around with, because the hip fire was just pinpoint accurate. Even with a laser sight, the accuracy wasn't too great, the power was astonishing, and the magazine size with extended mags was awesome. So hopefully this will perform just like the M5K. Now next we have the Macmillan CS5 sniper rifle. This looks awesome, even though it is another bolt action sniper rifle. To me, I'm not really too excited about new bolt action sniper rifles. I don't believe they perform all too different. I mean, each of them are very accurate, very powerful, one shot to the head, and they fire quite slowly because they're bolt action. But from a sniper rifle, you do need something that's very accurate, very powerful, the bullet drop off isn't too great, and also high ammo capacity, and fires quite fast. So this might just be that, because the only info we got on this weapon is it fires really, really fast. So it might be the fastest firing sniper rifle we've seen in Battlefield 4 to date. But of course, time will tell. The next one is the Unikey 6 Magnum. At first glance, this looks just like the SW40 revolver, but after seeing it in game, this weapon is awesome. I mean, the reload is just astonishing. If I could take a weapon just for the reload, it would be exactly this. And I thought the SW40 was cool. This just blows that out of the water. Even though the reload is very, very cool, this weapon doesn't look all too different from the SW40. So why on earth would DICE just take the SW40, extend the barrel, and call it a new weapon? Well, this is more of a Magnum style revolver than the SW40 is a stubby revolver, which kind of fits in your pocket, very useful for those nasty bar fights. But now, finally, last but not least, we have the one and only Desert Eagle. Whether or not you were expecting me to say that, I don't really know, but when I first saw that and heard about the Desert Eagle coming to Battlefield 4, I was over the moon excited, because I've played Call of Duty, especially the Modern Warfare series, and it featured in basically all of them. So we're not a stranger to the Desert Eagle being in first-person shooters, but it's something I never expected to see a very somewhat serious shooter, because the Desert Eagle is a 50 caliber pistol. Yes, a 50 cal pistol, that is astonishing. But whereas this being high damage, obviously being a 50 cal, the velocity of the weapon is very, very slow. That means you have to lead your targets quite a lot before you can actually hit them. And I do hope at close range between about 10 meters, this weapon is one shot, one kill, because if it isn't, then I think it's going to be pretty much useless. But I do have faith in DICE to make this weapon effective in Battlefield 4, still keep it balanced, and still keep it fun, so I'm definitely looking forward to using this weapon in Battlefield 4. However, we do have a small screenshot of the Riot Shield, an in-game screenshot, which I'll show you just about now. And the thing that I noticed was there was no LMG in that weapon list. There was no light machine gun, so what can we expect for the support class? Well, if you notice, the Riot Shield is on the support class, so would this be a support class only weapon? And I do say weapon because after seeing this in action, there was a video showcasing all the weapons, especially the Riot Shield, but unfortunately I think it was taken down. So this weapon can actually just bat people in the face. That is crazy. I mean, you can take the Riot Shield and just smack somebody to death. And that is so much fun because I was hoping they would kind of do this and kind of not, because the Riot Shield should be something that's very, very defensive, but you should be able to attack at the same time. So the fact you haven't got a pistol or a sidearm to defend yourself, you can just smack people in the face with your Kevlar Shield. The only thing that I noticed was the gap at the top. Now, whether or not you'll get some bulletproof glass to protect your well-needed face, or whether or not there'll be a gap there so people can shoot through and take out the guy behind the Riot Shield, I don't really know. Okay, so next up we have some information on the level cap. Now, once again, it's being increased from 120 to 130. Obviously, once the new update for Dragon's Teeth is released, this will be increased, but if you've reached the highest level in the game, then your journey is yet not over, because you have to do 10 extra levels. Even though that probably doesn't sound too difficult, it's really awesome to see them constantly increasing the level cap, because people can get bored at the highest level pretty quickly. And in Battlefield 3, it wasn't all too difficult to reach Colonel 100, so once you did reach it, there was nothing else to level up or unlock once you reach the highest level in the game, so that is really, really awesome. Last but not least, I did say I was going to cover the dog tags included in the Dragon's Teeth expansion pack, so moving through these quite quickly, we have the Jesus Copter, we have a group of aliens, somebody dropping a nuke on something, and a goat holding a sniper rifle. But if you remember, later this year, there's going to be a new EA shooter around October 2014, so could Battlefield Goat Warfare be that game? I do hope so. Now the last one, if I put it up on screen, is a nuclear explosion. If you remember a couple of days ago, I was talking about Final Stand being based around nuclear warfare, and even though, as it was mentioned to me, there is a few limitations with the last gen consoles holding the progress of Battlefield 4 back, so maybe the idea of an extensive nuclear explosion just tearing the map to pieces is out of the picture. But there's nothing to say that we can't still have a nuclear themed expansion pack, which would be absolutely awesome and definitely a fitting end to Battlefield 4. With that said though, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave in the comment section below any opinions or thoughts on anything we've mentioned today. With that said though, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time. But today, or earlier today, we got a picture, first ever picture of Dragon's